Who would have thought this show was supposed to be this good? Welcome back everybody to VVR. Today we're going to be talking about the finale of WandaVision. Also, this video is going to contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the finale of WandaVision, please come back when you have. That being said, wow. They did it. So we finally got some questions answered. And some questions still left lingering for whenever they decide to answer them. It could be years from now. But overall, I think the show was pretty solid. It's not perfect. I think this ending could have been a lot stronger if it hadn't pulled its punches, but still I think Wanda and Vision's resolution is phenomenal. Her entire arc of trying to heal her pain by creating this world was incredible, but you definitely get to see that Wanda's not acting like a hero or even a villain. She's more in this gray area. And I think what Marvel was able to do in general with this show is incredible. They didn't just put the whole show out all at once. They released it week by week, which I think helped them significantly and helped us as well so that we don't get spoiled, because by releasing the show week to week, we're able to speculate as a community of what's going to happen next week. And we already know these characters because of other movies, but because they were able to release the show on a week to week basis, they were able to get the entire fan base and speculate on what's going to happen next. It was incredible. Now, we were able to get some character reveals and answers for what happens in WandaVision. We get to find out that Agatha's husband, Ralph, is just some random dude that she was possessing or whatever. But as we know, Evan Peters plays Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men universe. So when he was brought into the show, I, like everybody else, thought, okay, now somehow by the end of the show, they were going to bring in the X-Men. They didn't, and I'm almost glad they didn't, because it would have overshadowed the themes and the finale of the season, which I thought was pretty solid. We also get the reveal of Monica's powers in the show, which are still unclear to me what they are. I don't really know much about her in the comic books, but what the show does is that it reminds us of what a hero actually is and how Wanda has strayed away from that. One of my favorite scenes in the show is when the two Visions are discussing the meaning of existence, and they discuss the theory of the ship of Theseus. For me, Vision's one of my favorite characters. I have always loved the character since Age of Ultron. I wish they could have done some more stuff with the character. I really relate to Vision as a philosopher, and that whole scene as the two Visions are talking was just amazing. And another thing that this show sets up is the Scarlet Witch. It gets explained to us through Agatha what the Scarlet Witch is, and gives us a little glimpse of what could possibly happen in the future of the MCU. I really liked her outfit when she went full Scarlet Witch. That was really well done. The show by itself is not perfect. Some of the things I didn't like about the show was what happened to the White Vision. The TV Vision unlocks the White Vision's memories, and the White Vision just leaves. It kind of sets it up so that Wanda and this White Vision will one day be back together. Who knows if that's what's going to happen, but from what we know from the show, this is yet another Vision. I mean, I love the character. I just don't know what they're going to do with him. Another thing that didn't make any sense is what happened to Agatha. As we know, Wanda said that she's going to keep her imprisoned in the town. However, when Wanda was dispelling the hex encloses in itself, and we get to see the whole town being restored back to normal. Obviously, the kids were a manifestation of Wanda that were residing in the hex, so they're gone. And also, the vision that Wanda made was a piece of the Mind Stone that was inside her, which only resided in the hex. So now he's gone. So now that the hex is gone, where did Wanda put Agatha? Because we get to see Wanda change Agatha back into the nosy neighbor. It doesn't make any sense where she could be. Maybe Wanda has her locked up in the cabin that she has in the post-credit scene. Who knows? It's just another question left for us to ponder. But I think the reason why they kept Agatha alive is so that when Wanda starts to have questions about her powers, she has someone to go to. And we didn't really get much of a resolution with Darcy and Jimmy Woo. They each uttered a sentence, and then that was it. They were gone. I really like these two characters. They just brought so much charisma to the show. It's just kind of strange that we didn't really get to see a resolution with these characters. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. of them at the end. Moving on to the post-credit scene, Wanda is in a cabin, presumably by herself, and the camera zooms in. It goes all the way to the last room, where we get to see another Wanda, the Scarlet Witch Wanda, doing what I assume is astral projection, where she was able to do the same thing that Doctor Strange did, where he can study while he was sleeping. However, in this case, Wanda was able to walk around, interact with the cabin, awake. The Scarlet Witch Wanda is flipping through the Darkhold. And before this little post-credit scene ends, we get to hear Billy and Tommy calling out to Wanda. And that leads me to believe that Wanda somehow tapped into the multiverse. I mean, the show states that she's supposed to be stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme, which is Doctor Strange. So I believe that she's able to do those things through the knowledge of the Darkhold. Now, I thought we were going to see a little bit more of how this is going to tie into Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but it's going to keep us guessing for a while. Spider-Man 3 comes out, I believe, in December, and Doctor Strange 2 comes out next year, I think. I'm not sure. Overall, the show is solid. When the show started, I really wasn't hooked on it until episode 3, and then after that, I was like everybody else, speculating and just immersed in this show. Now, in terms of shows that Marvel is producing, this wasn't the show that I was looking forward to, but I'm glad that I stuck around to it and it kept me engaged throughout the week. But if this is any indication of how strong the writing is for these shows, it has made me even more excited for a show that I am looking forward to, which is Falcon and Winter Soldier. That has been the show I have been waiting for since it has been announced. And yeah, those are my thoughts on WandaVision. Overall, a very solid show. Not perfect, definitely has some flaws, but still very entertaining. And it's definitely a win for Marvel. So WandaVision, did you guys like it? Did you hate it? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.